For one final time this season, we are back with another episode of Jets Class until we get to those off-season events like the draft and free agency that the Jets usually win. We do have an action-packed show that you guys are not going to want to miss. Thank you again for joining us for one final ride. Brookie the Baby Bookie is actually going to be here to judge just how we've done on season one of the show, which is going to be an absolute blast. But before we get to that, let's talk a little NFL draft with Connor Rogers. Let's get to that right now. We're going to focus right now on the NFL draft, and there is no one better to talk about the draft with than Connor Rogers. Connor, thank you so much for giving us a couple minutes of your time, buddy.
Oh, of course, man. Thanks for having me. It's a familiar stance for us here, Connor, talking about a high draft pick with the Jets.
Okay, let's focus on the big boys. That's honestly where this is all seems to be headed. The Jets need to rebuild their offensive line. They need a left tackle, right tackle, potentially a left guard too. Hard to find all of that in free agency or trading, which means that they're going to focus on the draft. Speak me up here about Joe Alt. He's the one that I think I've got my eyes set on.
Yeah, I think he's the best tackle in the draft. I've done the rankings for the top 5 already, and it even surprised me because as a 3-year starter at left tackle for the Fighting Irish, Alt has been everything and more you could look for in a tackle prospect. He's got size. He's a skyscraper, a very tall guy. Plays with pretty good leverage at that height. He could drive block his man off of the ball. He does not get beat very often in pass protection, and it's been like that for a couple of years now with Alt. There's a really big sample size of him. He's got good length to take away the edge from those pass rushers, but his run blocking is really, though, what separated him from the pack in this class. He's a great run blocker, a sturdy pass protector. He's somebody that, once again, he looks like a top 5 pick to me. He's just a special talent at a premium position. And
probably not there at 10, in your opinion. Is he someone that Jets might have to try to go up to get, even if there's a run on quarterbacks?
It would really surprise me. 2 things would have to happen. One, a team would have to value Olu Fashanu more and higher, and he's probably the better athlete, so that's not out of the realm of possibilities. And then the second thing has to happen is that 2 teams don't take a tackle in front of the Jets, right? And when you look at the way the board breaks, that scenario exists. I lock in the Titans at 7 as a team. They have to take one of the 2 left tackles. They just have to. Their offensive line was dreadful this year. But after that, there can be a couple scenarios where it doesn't go that way, where you look at the wide receiver run early. 3 quarterbacks and 3 wide receivers go, well, then maybe one of these top 2 tackles makes it to the Jets. But if they want Alt, who I think will be the top guy in the league, they probably have to climb. Ironically, feels like they'd have to trade with maybe the Giants at 6 and jump in front of Tennessee. But when you're drafting for need the way the Jets are, and that's not a good position to put yourself in with offensive line, I don't know if you could sit and say hope is a strategy, right? To utter the words of Steve Cohen, it is not a strategy. So I think that's why the Jets, they don't have a lot of ammo to get aggressive and move up, but it's something that if they only like the top 2 guys, they might have no choice.
All right, I think there's probably a 99.6% chance that the Jets do not draft a quarterback, but there is that little part of my brain that goes, you know, when they criticize where it went wrong with Zach, they say they didn't give him an opportunity to sit and learn. And technically now they have that opportunity to get somebody in here who could sit behind Aaron Rodgers for a year, 2 years, then take over, right the wrongs that they did with Zach. The 2 I did want to ask you about, though, Connor, it's Michael Penix and it's Jaden Daniels. So specifically with Jaden Daniels, won the Heisman Trophy. In your opinion, is he a top 5 pick? Like, has he ascended to that realm of, wow, this guy is a legitimate NFL quarterback, or was he someone who had a really good college season? Like, where does he fall in your opinion?
I think it's the former. From people I've talked to that have a good grasp on how teams are ranking guys right now, they've been blown away with his season and the jumps he's made. And the thing with Daniels that teams will become enamored with is that he's a great runner, not a scrambler. He can legitimately make you miss in the open field and run for 30 yards here and there. And he was able to unlock that vertical passing in an LSU offense that has 2 first-round wide receivers. And when you could throw the ball down the field and be a dangerous runner, the stresses of the highs and lows of the defense is an absolute nightmare in this league. And it's where the league has gone for the most part. So for me, Daniels is going in the top 5, maybe. I like to say top 6 because I put him to the Giants in all my mock drafts lately. That's why I agree with you, Connor. The likelihood of the Jets taking a quarterback in round 1 just seems very far off, but does it, if they sign a high-end veteran backup, we always like to use Jacoby Brissett as an example. Do they take a quarterback on day 3 that gets to sit in a room with Aaron Rodgers and Jacoby Brissett and see if they found a diamond in the rough in 2 years from now? That strategy seems more practical to me.
It is time now for Brookie the Baby Bookie, and it is presented by Monmouth University. Explore further at monmouth.edu/amplified. All right, Brooke, let's be honest. First season of Jets class, first season or rendition of the Baby Bookie. It did not go exactly as we expected, but what you can expect, the girl is 7 months old. She doesn't totally understand spreads, over-unders, things like that. So for the final rendition of the Baby Bookie, we decided to switch it up a little bit, and instead we're going to ask Brooke to judge us, grade us. How did we do on this season of Jets class? And Brooke, should we come back for a second season? We're gonna find out now with Brookie the Baby Bookie.
Okay, Brooke, what would you give the first season of Jets class? 4 being the best, 1 being the worst. Okay? The choice is yours. Okay. It's a 3? Okay, that's good. We'll take that. Next one. What grade do you give me for my fashion during the first season of Jets class? Again, 4 is the best, 1 is the worst. Please choose. Okay, there you go, 3 then. Good job. Alright, let's do this. Should Jets class get renewed for a second season? Okay? 2 is yes, 1 is no. Okay? Should Jets class get renewed for a second season? Go ahead and pick. Yeah! Good job. Next season, what place will the Jets finish in the division? Okay? What place will the Jets finish in the division? First, second, third, or fourth? Okay? What place will the Jets finish? Oh, second, yeah! Good job.
It may have been a bumpy ride for the Jets this season, but the ride through the first season of Jets class, it's been a blast. Thanks again to all the students for dropping by this year. We haven't had just one shining moment, we've had many, and here's to many more to come. Welcome to SNY's new digital series, Jets Class, where each week we will deliver to you Jets content you can't get anywhere else. This is the content you deserve and you need right now, so let's get right to it with the takeoff. We're starting now with first down. Always wanted to do that. I don't like being right. Okay, that's a lie. I absolutely love being right. Jets are back. I am not an X's and O's guy. It just seems like the football gods relish in the opportunity to be cruel to this Jets team.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
NJ.com and the Star Ledgers, Andy Vasquez, JJ Jastrzemski, Brian Costello, Jordan Ronan. It's Connor who covers the Giants for SNY.
The outfit looks good, but I'm not going to give you credit for that because I know your wife dresses you. I'm going to give Bree the 100% credit on that.
Jets +3 or Chargers -3? The Jets, it is.
She's just gearing up right now to sell another album, make another few $1 million or billions maybe at this point. So I think the Jets will get to a Super Bowl before Swifter gets married.
But what is the correlation between wearing a headband and poor quarterback play? Is it superstition or supernatural? A crutch or a curse?
Oh, we got it again. 2-1, baby. Oh, there we go. Come back.
Throw the challenge flag on that one.
Go back to East Rutherford, little Connor. Signs that this offense does work, that Nathaniel Hackett isn't that bad, that these aren't all compounded by an offensive coordinator who struggled calling plays in Denver a year ago.
Just when I thought I was out, they pulled me back in.
Zach Wilson returned and led the Jets to a dominant win over the Texans, reviving those playoff hopes, however slight.
It's as complicated as it can possibly be for Jet fans, but hey, what would this season be if it wasn't for a little bit more complication?
Jets fans can look to the light as we chant Happy Jetsmas to all, and to all, a good night.
Thank you so much for joining us throughout the first season of Jets Class. It has been an absolute blast having you along for this ride. If you want to catch any of the episodes that you might have missed, they are available on SNY's digital platforms. That is X, that is Facebook, that is YouTube. You know the drill by now with YouTube. If you're going to watch us there, make sure you subscribe to SNY's channel. And then give a little like and comment to all of those Jets class videos that you're watching anyway, because it's going to help us spread it to other Jet fans. So it is going to be a couple weeks off here for us and all the team over here at Jets class, but we are going to be back for the Combine, Senior Bowl, owners meetings, free agency, the draft, all of that fun stuff, because, those are the events the Jets usually win. So we will see you guys there.